Two more cops shot in the line of duty, both in the last couple days. Two more sets of black people holding the gun. Hi, this is Colin Flaherty. I'm the author of Don't Make the Black Kids Angry. Here we talk about black mob violence, black on white crime, and the greatest hoax of our generation, the myth of black victimization, all without racism, without rancor, without apology. One of the things I hear a lot on my YouTube channel comments page is, Colin, you don't do any solutions, you don't do any causes, you don't do any explanations. Okay. I came across 3 explanations, causes, solutions today that I don't normally kind of pay that much attention to, but I'm glad I did for these 3 cases. So here's 2 recent stories, cops being shot, and 3 explanations for your edification.
Police officer shot on the job in North St. Louis is out of the hospital. He was shot just before 10 o'clock last night on College Avenue near Fairground Park. So far, police have not released any details about the suspect, who was arrested shortly after the incident. Police say that he got into a scuffle with the officer before he pulled a gun, shooting that officer in the chest. The officer shot back but did not hit the suspect.
And that's the police chase that led to a fiery crash in the shooting of a state trooper in Center City this morning.
It all happened on the Schuylkill Expressway and I-676, the Vine Expressway, this morning. Police were pursuing a vehicle when it slammed into the back of a school bus, causing both vehicles to burst into flames. One suspect got out and opened fire, hitting a state trooper in the shoulder. Right now, we know 4 people are in custody, including 2 men who were handcuffed on the highway.
Hey everyone, I basically want to come and do another short video showing you all exactly what I displayed to my class, the Punnett Square. Before I get into that, it needs to be first understood that the oldest individual to ever be found on the face of the earth was a woman given the name of Lucy, who was African. She was found in South Africa. This literally ended all arguments that anyone on the face of the earth did not come from African people. That means that African people are the father and the mother of the entire universe. Now, the Punnett Square. This is what a Punnett Square is. This is what we use in science to display genes and genotype. This right here is 5 groups of people, the 5 groups of people of color. You have the black, who is the African, the brown, who is considered the Middle Eastern, the red, who is considered the Native American or the Latin. You have the yellow, who is considered the Asian, and the white, who is considered the European, just to keep it simple. Now, these 2 big X's display the African, because we are genetically dominant. Anyone that doesn't understand that black people are genetically dominant is a person that has first been miseducated on themselves. We've been taught to think that we're inferior, but the science behind it is all black people are genetically dominant. Now, those 2 small X's are white people, recessive. White people are a recessive gene. That means that when they have children with a black man or a black woman, all of the children will have the recessive allele masked by the dominant allele. So when you look at Thandie Newton from Norbit, she has a British father and a Nigerian mother, but she still displays blackness because blackness is dominant. When you look at Barack Obama, who has a Kenyan father and a white mother, he will still be black because black is the masker of his white. It's literally dominant. The same thing goes for Tiger Woods. So literally, anytime a black has a child with the brown, the child is now black. Black has a child with the red, the child is black. Yellow, white, the exact same thing. This is where racism comes in. White people are literally 16 to 18% of the entire world population, making them the minority. The thing about whiteness is it's a recessive gene. So you literally have to have 2 white parents in order to be white. So when Dylan Roof says you're raping our women, what does he mean by that? He means that anytime a white woman has a child with a black man, those children are not white anymore, because in order to clarify as white, you have to be 100% white. Well, to the people that are already the minority, it is extremely important to hold on to the genetics that they already have, because their genetics are already recessive. So think about prison. Why are so many black men are in prison? Because if you're in prison, what are you not doing? You are not having children. Why does it seem so many black American men are turning homosexual? So many black women are lesbians. Because if you are lesbian homosexual, you are not what? You are not procreating your race. The basis of racism is white people understanding that if we do not kill black people at all times, that they will eventually kill us. So when you look at black men being pulled over by oftentimes European police officers, shot and killed for no reason, is because they subconsciously understand that if I do not kill him, that he's going to kill my children with his genetics. Racism is not simply somebody hating you because, you know, you got this fly car, or because they don't want to see you do well. White people do not want to go extinct. So in order for them not to go to extinct, they created a system called racism, white supremacy, in order to kill black people. Black people because we show the strongest genetic variability. So when you go to Africa, you're going to see a lot of different diseases that target black people because we have got to diminish your numbers if we have a chance of living and surviving. This is the reality of racism. So we've been taught to hate our skin, we've been taught to hate our lips, we've been taught to hate our wide noses, we've been taught to hate everything about blackness because really we're dominantly strong. Think about Venus and Serena Williams dominating in tennis. Think about Tiger Woods dominating in golf. Think about all of the amazing, you know, basketball players that have played in the NBA, amazing NFL players. The majority of those individuals, if not always, are people of African descent, are black people. That's not coincidental because we are genetically strong. We are genetically stronger than any individual on the entire face of the earth, and the European knows that. So if he wants to live for the next 200 years and have blue-eyed, blonde-haired children, then that means unfortunately he has to kill us. Understand, overstand, wake up, love being black. Bye.
This next one's out of Cleveland, and the next clip after that is out of Detroit. They're kind of different, but they're really a hell of a lot more the same than different from what we just saw.
You don't come here laughing. Ain't a goddamn thing funny. One of our own people gets shot in the staircase playing with their own friends. Don't look away, because you was laughing. Yup. You was laughing. And then said nothing about what's happening. Now you gotta be relentlessly embarrassed. Now I'm gonna embarrass you. Like you try to intimidate us. Now you gotta be embarrassed. Don't shake your head. You should have tears in your eyes.
Because they kill your son in a heartbeat.
When the cops came out here,
fuck your badge. They'll kill your son anyway.
After I've been out here for a year, don't turn your back. You should have tears in your eyes.
Right.
It's a goddamn shame.
Where you going?
People of this country lay down.
Don't hide.
Don't hide. No, don't hide. Don't hide. Don't get out here and laugh in my face. You must be out your goddamn mind. That's right.
Y'all sitting up here having lawsuits because they riding your ass like a fucking donkey.
The community is stronger than you. The community is stronger than you. And I will relentlessly embarrass any police of color that comes to these events thinking it's a game or a joke. You must be out your goddamn mind. You must be out your goddamn mind. You coming over here supervising taxpayers, parents and grandparents that make more money than you, that have done more than you, and are more relevant than you, and you come out here laughing. When they send Officer Liang ass to jail, I want to see how many of y'all agents come out here and be laughing, because they're going to make an example out of the Chinese community for they messed up policies and laws. What you doing vertical patrols for in the projects? Go do that shit on Wall Street where they're stealing money. Go do vertical patrols into Wall Street. Go do vertical patrols on Exchange Place. Go do vertical patrols on 2 Broadway. Matter of fact, go do vertical patrols in one police plaza. Do a vertical patrol in one police plaza. Do a vertical patrol in one police plaza and check your own goddamn selves. Because you rape women, you lie, you cheat on your taxes, you do insurance fraud, and you cheat on your women. And you cheat on your women and you lie on your taxes and you rape and you steal.
The domestic violence.
So you got a lot of goddamn nerve following us around. Why don't you follow yourselves around? Because you're a goddamn joke. You're a joke. follow your own goddamn selves around. And all of the white ones going back to Wandage and Lindenhurst and Dix Hills don't give a fuck about you or your children. They'll call them cotton-picking niggas when they get home. They'll call your kids cotton-picking niggas when they get home. So you don't get out here and supervise your goddamn selves.
I'd like to say sorry to the families of Ayanna Jones, Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, and I want to apologize to them for not being able to get justice for their loved ones who was murdered in cold blood. And in respect for the peaceful protest, I want to say hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter.
The last person we saw is from Detroit. He kidnapped, tortured, and killed 2 white teenagers. And this was from last year at his sentencing. You know, this is like what happens now at sentencing. I wrote a story about a similar deal up in Rochester a few months ago, where a killer gets up in court. He killed a cop, and he pretty much said the same thing: Black Lives Matter. The point of all this is this: black on white hostility is now mainstream. The video of the biological geneticist genius, the young lady there, she put that up 3 months ago. It has received 1.8 million views. Now this is all kind of, what she was saying is all kind of warmed over Nation of Islam stuff, because you know, I've been reading about the Nation of Islam stuff since I was in high school, and you know, I just remember all this, you know, a lot of genetic, you know, argy-bargy going on there about, you know, genetics this, genetics that, blacks are superior, whites are not, that's why they're all mad at us. Anyway, I'm just telling you, this is mainstream. So when we talk about black on white violence, we first have, I mean, the violence is clearly preceded by this hostility, which is documented. Don't make the black kids angry. So next time you're in Detroit, Cleveland, or Philly, or St. Louis, or wherever that genetic genius was, and you're wondering how the black people and white people are getting along these days, I just have one piece of advice for you. Don't make the black kids angry.